For more on this now, let's go to Ali Mustafa, who's in Turkey, in the city of Gaziantep, near the border with Syria. Ali, just what more can you tell us then about these rebel attacks?
Well, they are intensifying. And as our report was mentioning, that in the past 24 hours, the rebels are trying to get as much land in western Aleppo, try to link it with rebel-held eastern Aleppo as they can. Keep in mind that today, Friday, is when this air moratorium that was proposed by the Russians kicks in. It starts at 9 a.m. local time, ends at 7 p.m. local time in Syria. And in this time, the Russians want the rebels to leave Aleppo. They've created 2 separate corridors for the rebels to leave and around 6 odd corridors for the humanitarian supplies to get in and for the injured to be taken out. But while the Russians say that, they've imposed this humanitarian corridor, this air moratorium, the situation on the ground is the rebels say the airstrikes are still continuing. The Russians claim that they have put a moratorium, a pause on airstrikes in eastern Aleppo since the 18th of October. But the rebels say this isn't the case, and they are refusing to use these corridors that have been introduced by the Russians. Paul.
So are the rebels likely to adhere to this 10-hour ceasefire later on Friday? And is it likely to achieve what the Russians want it to?
If you speak to the rebels, they will not vacate their positions in eastern Aleppo. They, in fact, say that they will continue to fight till they break this regime siege that has been in place since July. Now, while the rebels are saying this, some voices in Russia, some Russian politicians have come out and says that while the priority is to minimize civilian casualties, if the rebels do not adhere and do not leave eastern Aleppo, they will call, according to some politicians, a purge in eastern Aleppo, and then anything's fair game. Paul.
OK, Ali, thank you.